But will they start with the back five? Will it be just a repeat from last week? Rangers tactically, I mean.
Who knows? and this is what I'm saying about this tie in general. There's so many things that you just are going to be so fascinating, so compelling. What do I think? Yeah,
What's your gut feeling? Do you think Barry will stick to it?
I think so. I think that the structure worked. I think that it did the damage that he was hoping it would do. I think that it gave Rangers bodies in areas of the park where they needed them, and energy in the middle of the park. And I think that's key. I think there were times in that game where Fenerbahce were going with almost 4-5 players strung out across the kind of Rangers back five, and it just left acres in the middle of the pitch. And with the energy that they had with Conor Barron, Diamonde, and Raskin, I felt that gave Rangers. I mean, look at the perfect example was Desser's cushion layoff. Raskin runs on it. There's not a Fenerbahce player, competing for the ball, and it gives him time to look up, get his head up, spot the pass. Now he had to execute it for Czerny's goal. But yeah, I just thought it worked perfectly. Why change it? He may come up with another idea, because I happen to know that I think the backroom staff were taken by surprise. His own backroom staff were taken by surprise when Barry Ferguson told them behind the scenes this was in his sort of mind for the first leg. So he might come up with another curveball, who knows?
Aye.
But for me, I think he would have been very pleased, delighted with the way that it came off for him in the first leg. And I think what's key, as he's mentioned in his press conference today, about a need to be flexible. And he said that this is one of the problems that the Rangers team had under Philippe Clement, was that they played a certain way and they couldn't change. And I think that it wouldn't surprise me to see Rangers starting with the same sort of strategy and tactics as they had in Istanbul. But he'll put out 11 players who would then be capable of shifting into a different formation and a different strategy if that's what's required during the 90 minutes. And I think that's good, because I think that keeps people on their toes. Rangers were so predictable under the previous manager that you knew what you're getting.
Aye.
And it was, how do you combat it? And when it didn't work for Rangers, when they weren't getting success, they looked to the sidelines and they just changed personnel. Throw on one guy for another guy, similar position. Nothing ever changed. And so at least I think what Barry Ferguson will do in this one is he might go in similar to the first leg, but he'll keep his options open as he goes. And he'll arm himself with different variations of what he can do in the game. And surely that's what management's meant to be all about.
Aye, definitely. John there says, big game for Butland tomorrow night. He was great in the first leg, and I think they will need him. And Rebel says they will play like Celtic game at Ibrox, in my opinion. I do think if Rangers come out the gates the way they did against Celtic, what was it, at the end of December? I think they could be a couple of goals up before Fenerbahce even know what hits them. But
again, see, this is what I'm talking about, because that's right, they did. But it was similar. They let Celtic bring the game to them, and they hit them on the break, and they hit them fast and early. And I think that's what I could imagine. They'll hope for something similar tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But they won't worry too much about giving up possession. And I think the way that Fenerbahce resorted to just throwing bodies up front and forward areas, and there wasn't a lot of legs there. Obviously, I thought Saint Maximin made a difference when he came on. He's not there now. He's a powerful guy, but he's not going to be there for the second leg. I just feel it gives Rangers a chance to dominate in the central areas, and they've got the players then, if they can get their passes right in these positions, they should have the chance to get a run on Fenerbahce. And they had that over and over again in the first leg. They're really only going to need it 2 or 3 times, so long as the execution in that final third, when these chances do come to open them up and to get a shot on goal, that they make the right decisions. because that's the key factor. And you saw for Czerny's first goal in Istanbul, Dessers plays the pass of his life.
Aye, but amazing pass, aye.
Passes, what does he mean it? I don't know, but it's the pass of his life. So that's what I'm talking about in these final areas. When you do break on them, when you do get numbers, when you have got in behind their defence, they're in turn, you've got to make the right decision. And we've seen over and over again with Dessers, not to single him out, but he's capable of making the wrong decision just as easy as he's capable of making the right one.
You don't know what you're going to get, do you? No idea.
Well, this is exactly it, and I think that slogan there is perfectly sets the whole second leg up. You simply do not know what you're going to get. I think it's going to be absolutely fascinating.
Aye, it's going to be intriguing to say the least.